Hello, welcome. So we're going to go frame by frame on Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. This just released. I've done my trailer reaction to it, and I want to go frame by frame. I want to take a look at this properly, get to grips with it, talk about story, theories, see what we've missed, everything. It's a proper trailer breakdown, quite literally frame by frame. If you haven't watched it already, please do. So obviously the opening is setting the stage. Now, it's interesting because here, there doesn't look to be anything going on, but just an explosion randomly, but things are flying out. So it looks like maybe something's coming out of the mountaintop there, because obviously that is a mountain. Now, these items that are flying out here obviously crash down into the city. That's what we see anyway. But then there's this green explosion, but then also as they fly down, it's looking like this could be a Titan anyway, especially I know, so that's just glass exploding there. So pretty normal sort of destruction, Godzilla movie destruction anyway. Now, I was hoping, when I first watched this, I was hoping that you'd be able to see something coming out of the mountain. But there's nothing that I can actually see that's causing the explosion. Which is a bit annoying, really. Quite frustrating. Now, in my trailer reaction, I was discussing the possibility of the creature here that we see. Is that a bat? I think that's a Titan. That's a bat-like creature. I think my face is in the way. Yeah, no, okay. So these are... Yeah, so these are bat-like Titans. No, so they are. So anyway, in my trailer reaction, I talked about this actually potentially being Mecha Godzilla. I still stand by that. It doesn't... It just looks metal and shiny. And you see, like, it does move. It moves like it would be... They're trying to make you think that it's Godzilla, but I think it's Mecha Godzilla. I think they've revealed Mecha Godzilla here. It looks very much like Mecha Godzilla. Like, it really does. Like, that there. Like, it's all shiny. It all looks like... Look at it! My guesses are that that's Mecha Godzilla. Which I'd be really surprised. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they revealed it in the trailer, to be honest. Like, that seems to be the norm for these people these days. Obviously, massive destruction. Huge destruction. I presume that is Japan. And then we cut to here. Now, I couldn't see who these characters were, but I think that is Millie Bobby Brown. Is it Brian Tyree Henry or something like that? I think the chap's name is. I think that's who it is. And Kyle Chandler and that lot. And they're all running. No, so I think this is two separate scenes mashed together. So there's this here, which they're very clearly, and I could be wrong, but it looks like these people are in a facility of some description. And then we cut to this. The colour grade's slightly different, you see. So I think they've mashed up two things together. I could be wrong, though. It could just be people running down into the subway of some description. Now, this was interesting. A lot of people have said that the aircraft carriers wouldn't be big enough for Godzilla and Kong. They actually would be. Some of these aircraft carriers are upwards of, I think they're like 1,000 meters or something like that. And judging by the fact that Godzilla only stands, it's like 100 and... No, they're 1,000 feet. And Godzilla and Kong, Godzilla only stands 300 plus feet, 119 meters tall. So not 119 meters. That's not right. Is that right? You know, basically, the aircraft carriers would be big enough for them. I'm confusing myself with metric and imperial there. Now, this is confusing me whether these guys are Apex or not, and I'm guessing that they're possibly Apex. And it's almost like there's two different factions. Isa Gonzalez here. Her father is Dimian Bashir in this. I think that's the actor's name. Great actors. Good to see Kong. Obviously, we know now that collar definitely is what looks to be a sedative of some description. And I'm guessing the reason why they've been fighting, why they fight in this instance here. Well, see, the problem is we still don't know why Godzilla's coming for them, right? Godzilla is agitated, as they say in this trailer, and he's been killing people. Now, I think that's been manufactured by Apex, which we'll touch on later in this trailer. But I think this incident here is purely coincidental. Like, he's swimming around, and he's not going to sense Kong specifically, because if he's asleep or he's chilling out, I think what happens here is that it's a coincidence. Everyone looks pretty shocked that this has happened, and I think that's all. I think that's all it is. But this is a great shot.
Take it.
That's great. Now that actually looks to be underneath my head. It actually looks to be a Kong skull, actually. And you can see here Godzilla facing off against humans, which in the other part of the image there was Kong there as well. Now, again, there's no indication of what faction these people are.
We need Kong.
Because I can't make out this whether it's an M or not.
The world needs him.
But this chap was supposed to be working for Monarch. We have seen him in Monarch garb, but it almost seems like he's double-crossing them.
To stop what's coming.
Now, this little girl is apparently the only one that can communicate with him. But is she Iwi or not? Because if she's Iwi, they say that she's been left alone. And I think to myself, well, how would she be left alone? Where are the Iwis?
And this child. She's the only one he'll communicate with.
Why? How come?
I knew that they had a bond. She had nowhere to go.
She had nowhere to go, but if she's an Iwi, right? I mean, she's clearly an Iwi. She must be. Unless, I don't know. Maybe the skull crawlers killed all the Iwi? Brutally murdered them all?
I made a promise to protect her.
And this is a beautiful shot. Obviously, here it's all kind of, you know, the sedative's probably, I don't know, wearing off a little bit. But look at the cinematography, is beautiful. Look at that. Really is beautiful. It's... The story seems ultra contrived at the moment. Very odd. Obviously, it remains to be seen. I think it's all to do with Apex, though, to be fair. And look at that. It's such a beautiful shot. It's so nice.
I think that in some way, Kong did the same.
Such a great shot. And they are painting Kong out to be the hero here. They really are. Now, I don't necessarily think that is going to be what happens. I still think they are going to team up and fight against something. This. Again, like, so... Is that Isa Gonzalez? No. So... This shot here, purely from what looks to be coincidence, I would imagine. Or maybe they sense one another. But everyone looks really shocked. Like, no one's happy about this, are they? Everyone's like, oh my god, it's Godzilla. So you'd think that it wasn't fully planned. But again, there's still no markings on these ships, so I don't know who they are, whether they're Monarch or Apex. But great to see that they just went for it, that his spines can destroy a ship. Just cut it straight in half. But it's this stuff here that makes me think he's going nuclear still. Because he's got all of the... Like, granted, there's a streak here at the front, right? So obviously there would be a little bit of fire there. But it's all around him. And I don't know whether that's all missiles or not. Or whether some of that is because he is still going nuclear for some weird reason. No, because it's in his skin, look. There's the explosions. There's his skin. He does look to be going nuclear. I wonder why. But then later in the scene, and he's got the blue there, but he's got red up there. Maybe he's not going nuclear. It does look like it though, doesn't it? It looks like he entered his kind of nuclear mode like he did last time. You know, with Mothra and stuff. And again, I said this in the trailer reaction, this is very Shin Godzilla. And I love that. I love the homage to Shin Godzilla. It's great. And it is. Like, that is absolutely an homage to Shin Godzilla. It's beautifully done as well. What do you reckon? Defectors? Monarch defectors? Just the look on his face. How scared he is and concerned. Like, looks super scared and concerned. It's great to have a point of view character like Kong.
It's Godzilla.
So that obviously is pre-Godzilla appearing. They hear him, sense him. The little girl goes and tells her. They get her up on the radar. And then she goes, oh, it's Godzilla. That's probably how this pans out. Again, I've spoken about the scaling before, but I admit that I was wrong. The scaling does actually work. Not when you compare it to the first movie. The first movie scaling was bad, which they've admitted, and then they changed him in. They corrected all of the scale in Godzilla King of the Monsters. It does look good, doesn't he? He looks pissed. I wonder. What do you reckon if Apex was part of Charles Dance's group, and maybe because we had the Ghidorah head? Because later in this we see that someone's been attacking. Godzilla's been attacking Apex. Maybe they've been moving the King Ghidorah head around. Who knows? Does look good though. Like, it looks beautiful. Great to see them in daylight again. Just lamps him one. But he really does have to. He's sort of standing up a little bit. No, they're about the same height. They really are about the same height. Because he falls down, but he doesn't jump to do it. Isn't that interesting? I'm just trying to see how... I mean, yeah, but they're about the same height, to be fair. I wonder how they're going to explain his growth. He does go for it with him, doesn't he? He absolutely just rams him off the boat. Full blown. Maybe they'll explain it that Kong's parents were supposed to live a lot longer, I guess. I don't know. And because Kong he's reached his size? He just boots him off. Oh, poor Godzilla. Bye-bye, mate. Bye-bye. See, this shot is great. Look at that. Terrifying. See, this is why we know it's Godzilla. But if he's been running about killing stuff, he's not going to have had a kid, is he? And because they say they are the last of their kind in this trailer as well. I'm just trying to think of the mechanism by which they would do that. He's like, shit, I'm out of here, bro. He doesn't look like he's jumped very far. Can we see him actually jumped off there? No. That's great. Those dorsal plates are menacing as hell here. And again, looks great. Like it genuinely looks really good. They've nailed the CG for sure. Really happy with all of that.
These are dangerous times.
So, what does that say? Something systems. That is Mecha Godzilla. Look. That's Mecha Godzilla. I'll move my face out of the way. That's Mecha Godzilla. Look, that's Mecha Godzilla. That is Mecha Godzilla. There's his feet. That's Mecha Godzilla. This is this is Dr. Serizawa's son. He makes Mecha Godzilla. Mind fucking blown. That's Mecha Godzilla. I can't believe it. They've just revealed it. Well, they haven't. Like, that's me looking at it. Wow. And that looks awesome as well. Neon, Tokyo. What a great setting as well. Yes. Now, what does that say?
Godzilla's out there and
He's hurting people.
and we don't know why.
So why? What is it? See, because this here, right, look. The connection between Godzilla and Apex. Godzilla sighting. Apex facility. Apex. Something. Apex. Apex facility. Apex facility. Apex attack. Godzilla attack number 3. Apex facility attacked. Like, it's all... He's been taking down Apex facilities. Damage $1.2 million. Godzilla attack. Next Godzilla attack question mark. Godzilla attack number 1. What's next? Apex facility. Government building. Water? Something?
There's something.
How weird. So, because this is really telling, like, what's going on in the world. UN vetoes Godzilla, so they've all turned on him.
Something.
So it's all about Apex, but they've revealed Mecha Godzilla. I can't make out what this is. That says Monarch. Monarch can't something. It says Monarch can't something. Maybe Apex are controlling Godzilla somehow. Monarch stumped as to Godzilla motives, yeah. Antarctica a no-go zone for tourists. Why? I mean, obviously we know what happened in Antarctica, but how does that bleed over into this one?
Provoking him that we're not seeing here.
Yeah.
I'm of the same opinion.
Now this is in the Hollow Earth, I think. Or is that later in the trailer?
The myths are real.
No, see, this is the Hollow Earth. Look, these are the HEVs. Hollow Earth anti-gravity vehicle. How cool! Yeah, man.
There was a war. And they're the last ones standing.
So I wanted to listen to that before I go back and do this. So there was a war, and these are the last ones standing. Because it looks like they put him into the Hollow Earth, of which he's never been, because he was living on Skull Island. I presume he's now gone under Skull Island. That is a Godzilla dorsal plate and a bone. But isn't it? See, is it? Yeah, it is a bone. So Godzilla dorsal plate, bone. Yeah, that is Kong. I was just making sure it's Kong because it might have been a flashback. Guy does look badass. I was just trying to see why it was glowing, but I think it glows because he lifts it up into the light. So he obviously gets that in the Hollow Earth. This is in the Hollow Earth because of what we can see in the background up here. These are the new warbats that we've got images of. I mean, they're pretty big, to be fair. It's like a snake bat thing. Quite cool. I quite like it when Legendary go balls to the wall with their creature designs and just go, yeah, sod it, whatever. Let's make a whole bunch of stuff. Like I like their designs. The Mutos were cool. Just spoosh. See the venom coming out there as well, or the blood. Yeah, well that's obviously blood, but they are supposed to be massively venomous as well. I'm a grown-ass man looking at this. Fuck my life. That's what I'm doing on a Sunday. And I love it. Thumbs up if you got this far, I guess. Yeah, and he says, and they are the last one standing. There was a war, and they are the last one standing. I mean, that is a Godzilla. I wonder if that's a Godzilla bone as well, then. Maybe. Great shot.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Now, so these are the bats which will be featured in the previous in the preview graphic novel, that Kamazotes. So this is interesting. See, because what's that? There's like a thing on the floor with a monolith. This is like a monolith structure, right? And there's a thing on the floor that looks like Godzilla. It's not, I don't think. No. It's not Godzilla. It's a thing on the floor that is engraved to look like him. I think. It'd have to be, isn't it? How strange. What the hell? I mean, this is obviously somewhere in the Hollow Earth. But this Godzilla engraving is surrounding this monolith structure that goes down into the floor.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gonna stop for me. Here we go.
Kong bows.
See, again, he's got Monarch garb on, but I don't believe he's Monarch for some weird reason.
Bows to no one.
Kong bows to no one, which is a callback to the novelization where he says He heard King Ghidorah's call and he's just simply ignored it. Like a boss. Just shrugged it off. So that is Godzilla. I'm just trying to ascertain why. It's got to be to do with... Well, they haven't revealed much. They've revealed some fights, which like it's called Godzilla vs Kong, so we knew they were going to fight. Like that's a no-brainer. But they've not revealed the mechanism by which they fight. I'm glad. I'm glad they haven't spoiled that much. That's cool. He catches it. Yeah. Look at that. What a shot. What a shot. Catches it. Charges it. That CG is so good. Even the spit in his mouth. It's just... The details. Like the sinewy tissue of his gums and stuff. That's such a great shot. Like, I mean, that's photorealistic, isn't it? Ah, it's amazing. And then he just comes and slams down. Kong's not injured there at all. But I presume he's gonna... This shot will severely injure Godzilla. Because it's charged with his own atomic breath. Ooh. So what happens there? So they both get pushed back? By the looks of it? I don't know. I mean, he just connects, doesn't it? So that's there, and it basically hits him in the face properly. Boom. Done. In the face. And then it looks like they both get pushed back. Kong definitely gets pushed right back. There's Godzilla's head there by the looks of it. So it doesn't look like it affects him massively. I mean, you know, it doesn't kill him anyway, is my point. Huh. Right, well there you go, ladies and gents. That's a long ass video of me just looking at it frame by frame. I hope you enjoyed it. Thoughts and theories down below. Apex are a huge part of it. We've seen Mecha Godzilla. That's been revealed now. Apex Monarch. Godzilla's attacking Apex facilities. I reckon they have King Ghidorah's head. Yeah. I reckon they are cybernetics company, aren't they? So they're probably funding Dr. Serizawa's son to build Mecha Godzilla. But why is he going mental? King Ghidorah's head, probably. Old War, maybe. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Cheers. Take care.